Hello, Irina.
Hey, hi Mariana. So nice to
How
see
are you? Nice to see you too. How are you doing?
you. I'm pretty good right now. Pretty good. I'm excited, a little bit nervous. But
Wonderful, wonderful. So today we are going to have our first coaching session, and let me first give you a couple of instructions of what coaching is, which might reduce your nervousness. So coaching is a conversation of two people who are interested in getting to the place where one of them wants, in our case, your goal. And my duty as a coach is to help you stay focused during the conversation on what really matters to you and probably look at your case from new perspective and think about questions which you might never ever had asked yourself. So together as a team, by looking at the story from new perspective and by analyzing it, we together can come to some salvation. How clear is that to you right now?
sounds great. Sounds great.
Okay, okay. And it is very, very important to leave all the thoughts that you have already known out of the session and not try to tell Mariana something that you already know. It will not help us. So as soon as I feel that you try to be smart, you try to tell me something you really know, I'm gonna stop you. Like I say, Irina, does it really matter now? Does it help you? You will say, no. So
Mhm.
try to be stupid. Try to be like, I don't know what to do. Try to be honest, sincere. Like the more vulnerable you are, the faster we will explore something. The more you try to be strong, the slower we will move. That's the secret.
This is
How
very
do you feel about it?
intuitive.
Do you
That's,
feel nervous now?
I mean, yes, still. It is kind of counterintuitive that I need to be stupid. I yeah,
Well,
that's interesting.
maybe I use the wrong word. You need to be vulnerable, open to something unknown, and I will support you on that way.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for that.
Just 1 second. Let me add the charger. So I'm sure we will. Yeah. Now, now all set. Okay. So tell me, please, if I feel that you start saying something that doesn't help you, how would you love me to stop you? Shall I raise my hand or shall I just say you stop, Irina?
Mhm. Honest, I think raising your hand would be a more gentle approach. So I think
Good.
I'll just choose this one.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. And it's very recommended when I ask you questions to slow down, to keep silent, and just give yourself space to think about them. If you feel like, oh, it's an obvious question, I'll just answer it to Mariana, it will not help us. So something because you already know,
Hmm.
we will not need it. So then you just ask yourself, what else can I think of now to share with Mariana? Okay. So no rush. I mean, rush, yeah, not good. Okay. So are we ready to start?
Yes, let's get
Okay.
down to
Okay.
business.
Good. So Irina, tell me please, what would be interesting and useful for you to think about during our session?
I actually even wrote it down, like I came prepared to you. So
Right.
I have an issue or a problem that has been bothering me for quite some time, and I'm gonna explain it to you. I always am trying to find the hardest way possible to achieve a goal, as if I if I feel tired, if I feel exhausted, if I feel like I'm out of energy or whatever, once I actually reach the goal. So you see, the goal is reached and I feel exhausted, then it means that I am a hard worker and I've done an amazing job. So it's really hard for me to appreciate my own results if I feel good about doing it, about achieving it, if I don't exhaust myself, basically. And I know that this is a problem that is bothering me. I know that I really want to add some kind of, I don't know, easygoingness to this. And I also really want to, I guess, make this perfectionist inner self a little bit smaller inside of me. And I want to be okay to do things not perfectly, but like, let's say, do things for like 80%
Mm-hmm.
and be okay with it and be happy with this, and understand that I don't have to really like give it my 100 fullest, I don't know, self in order to achieve a certain result. I don't know, is it clear, more or less?
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you very much for sharing. Yeah, that's clear. Am I hearing you right that the main core problem is that I'm trying to prove myself something? That's why the perfectionist syndrome wakes up and like, okay, I need to do this, then I can make a tick that everything is all right. I need to achieve this. Once it's done, it's okay. And the goal starts mattering so much. It starts mattering more than your condition in the moment. Like, how do I feel while I'm doing that? I think it really matters. Is
Yeah.
it close?
Yes, I think it is close because I sometimes really, I'm trying to, I guess, I'm searching for different ways of achieving a certain goal. And instead of choosing, I think, an easier way, I sometimes just don't even see the easy way of achieving it. And I'm trying to really do it the hard way. And I just really, I noticed it that I tend to appreciate my own results more if I feel bad or exhausted, or like incredibly tired at the end.
What do you really love about this exhausting chosen way? What makes it so precious for you?
Oh my God. It just, it's kind of like a, I don't know, it's kind of like a very counterintuitive, I don't know, benefit of, I feel tired. It means that I really did good work.
Kind of, I deserved it. Like, I gained enough scores. Like, now I deserve it. Like, I suffered enough.
Yes, I really don't like it. Really sounds very screwed up, but yes, like yeah, I suffered enough. I It means that if I suffered, I gave it my fullest attention, my fullest like everything.
Mm-hmm. What do you feel looking at the person who is thinking that way? If you just look at Irina as some character from a movie, what do you feel towards this person?
If I basically imagine myself from the outside looking in, right? As
Yeah,
if
like observer, like we're talking about the third girl.
mm,
Her only way to feel fulfillment like is like through suffering, that I did enough, I made my best, I suffered enough, and that means that I did it well enough. Like,
oh
what's
my
the first
God,
thing to your mind?
I feel really sorry for this girl. Like I'm just, I don't know. I don't know if you can if you can tell, if you can see, but like I'm almost tearing up right now.
I can.
Oh
Mhm.
God, this is such a screwed up logic. But I just feel very, very, very sorry for this person,
Mhm.
because what the hell? We can work hard, but we don't we don't have to suffer in order to deserve something.
Yeah, so it's interesting now. There is some kind of not a fight, but some argument inside. Like your mind clearly understands that there is something wrong about it, right? It can logically construct like suffering is not good. You can choose the easy way, but still, here much deeper, there is something that we don't know yet, which has different values, for which there is something important in suffering, and mind doesn't understand, doesn't read it yet. That's why there is a conflict. We don't know how to get rid of it, right? So, with all this, what for you would be a good result at the end of our conversation?
The best result, I think, I understand on the level of like thoughts and on the level of my mind and brain and I don't know, logical thinking, critical thinking, whatever. I understand that I don't have to suffer in order to do things, and it's okay to like I can appreciate my own effort when I do things and I do them well and I don't exhaust myself at the same time. I understand it, but I really want to get closer to feeling it because I understand that there is a huge difference between understanding something and actually feeling and following. So I don't know if we manage to like I think it's probably way too big of a result to like say I want to follow it. I want to, not just understand, feel it and learn it and always do it in this particular way, but I want to get closer to not not exhausting myself and thinking that it's okay to find the best way possible for me to achieve results. I think I've used way too many words right now.
If you sum it up in 2-3 words, what would that be?
I think I just need a little bit of time to think about it. I think it's to increase this acceptance in myself. And gosh, it's so hard to put it in
Very deep. Yeah. Accept. Accept what?
To accept that it's okay that when I do, let's say 80% of the things, this is what matters. So I think by the end of the session, I want to really feel this way that doing my 80% is already amazing. And I don't have to like blame myself for like not doing the 20% left. I should focus on what actually matters, so on the 80%. So yeah, if I actually try to summarize it, it's being okay with doing things, for 80%, not for 100 as a perfectionist.
Okay. What will give it to you once you feel that 80% is enough?
I think I will actually understand that I'm doing a whole lot of work, and I think I will understand that I'm already doing like just a shit ton of it, just a lot of work, a lot of things. I think I will probably start appreciating what I do much, much more.
You will notice it. Sounds like you will notice it.
I think I will notice that it will be easier, like I will feel at ease more, that I won't have to be like this, this horse with a freaking carriage, trying to trying to really carry something incredibly heavy. I think
Mhm.
I think it I think it will make it much easier for me.
Mhm. During the last 1 minute, when you were describing this new person, what did you feel here?
Oh my God. I didn't really track this. It's a little hard to say.
If your inner condition changed while you were just describing your new you, did you notice that? Or what do you feel now? Okay.
Okay, now that I'm thinking about this, now gosh, it's okay, I'm a little too puzzled right now. It's a little hard for me to say right now.
I'm noticing that during all your conversation, very often I heard it. I'd like to feel. This verb feel is something like, sounds like you don't practice that a lot in your life. You think a lot, your analytical mind is very strong, but because of lack of practice of feeling, there is some misunderstanding. And that's why you don't know what is 80%, what is 100%, what is 5%. You just, mind doesn't understand what is enough just because it cannot hear the feelings which are shouting loudly, enough. It just doesn't hear them. You see? And even now, when I'm asking you, like, what are you feeling? I feel stuck. Oh, what is it? What should I say? Yeah,
Yeah.
something. Yeah, panic, panic. So I've got a suggestion. When our mind starts panicking because it's unknown, something new, it's very useful to stop for 1 minute and to do a breathing exercise. I will lead you. We'll do that together just to relax our body, stop that panic squirrel in the mind, and become more, just slow. And then continue the conversation in a new condition. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's better to do that with closed eyes so nothing will disturb us. 4 seconds, breathe in, and then 4 seconds, breathe out. Let's do that together. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Continue breathing at your own pace now. Slower the better. And focus only on your breathing. Feel how your lungs are getting larger and smaller. During breathing in, notice how the cooler air is entering your nose. And during breathing out, the warmer air is going out. Try to feel your toes, your fingers. Move them slightly. Feel yourself in your body. How comfortable is it to sit where you're sitting now?
Really comfortable.
Is it warm or cold? Okay. Try to hear the sounds around you. Refrigerator, Mariana talking, sounds out of window. Can you notice that we somehow slowed down the time and the speed of thoughts in our mind? What can you feel now?
I actually feel very at ease right now.
No panic that, oh my God, we're not discussing anything. We're not solving my perfectionist syndrome. We're just doing nothing. Is it comfortable to stop? Try now to open your eyes, but keep that state. Just observe the lady on the other side of the screen without analyzing. Just listen to some sounds. Can you keep that slow breathing and just observing around you? Okay. So it is the best way during your day, not only during the session, during all your life, when you feel some panic, just use this tool to slow down, to get connected with the world, and focus on what really matters now. Do you feel that it's easier to focus on what we're talking than before?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I really do feel like I slowed down right now.
Yeah, you're like kind of here, everything is under control. As long as I'm here, everything is okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm just wow. Yeah, I feel really, really good right now. I feel really, really at ease right now, very accepting right now of whatever comes my way, whatever is happening.
So at this very moment, when you think of, I want to accept myself that 80% is already great. When you think about it, what do you notice in your body? Is there any resistance, or you want to cry, or there is nothing? Or just try to observe. And yeah, like maybe there is some tension here or here. Like, so let me explain you how it works. When we breathe, if you have no problems in life, you will feel how the air goes through all your body. It's like completely clean tube. When there is some tension in your thoughts, whatever problem you've got, and you keep breathing like a test, you will notice that at some moment in your body, air gets stuck. It's like like a trimmer. And it can be here. It can be here. It can be here. It can be here. And really, it can tell us a lot. Would you love to try it?
I actually feel really at ease with breathing. So I can't really say that there is something that doesn't let me breathe right now.
Okay. So this breathing tool actually cleaned it up.
Yes, 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 it is. Yes, it is. I
Oh my.
usually so I love to sing and to do different like singing, breathing exercises. So that's why I usually breathe like kind of like from the lower part of my lungs. So I don't breathe you know how some people, they breathe from the top part of their lungs, and then their voices, they're very like very, very high, and I usually breathe from
Diaphragma.
from like singers call it like breathing from your stomach, or like from out of your stomach. So
Yeah.
so that's why I can't really say that there is some problem with breathing that I'm experiencing right now. I actually feel very at ease. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Okay. But earlier you were saying that, Ariana, I'd love at some moment today to achieve some acceptance of myself that whatever I'm doing is already enough. Right now, from 0 to 100, where are we on that scale?
maybe 80.
180? Not 75?
Um, n- n- I just it was kind of like a um I don't know, symbolic number that I want to learn to accept myself at the 80%.
Oh,
That's why I said it. Um,
how do you feel that we are not at 100, that we're just on 80?
right now, I actually feel amazing about it, and I really want to. How do I say? I really want to learn to feel this way when, when I do some regular day-to-day work activities.
Okay, I think that would be quite interesting now to discuss why now 80% is enough for you if you had a goal for 100, which is in your mind, so 100. Why are you not rushing now to that 100? What makes you like relax?
I think it's like the I love the breathing exercise that we've done, and it's kind of like, I guess it showed me the big picture, that the 80%, it's what I actually can do and what actually matters. And
Hmm.
the other like 20 or whatever, it just seems like for me it's a hustle, and it's kind of like I do the 80%, and then this 20, they don't even matter that much. And but for me, I end up turning these 20% something that is very like minute, and something that's not that it's not even important, because the 80% is what matters most, right? So, and I
Yeah.
tend to kind of, I don't know, turn these 20% against myself, even though it's not that important. I don't know.
Hmm. So, as I understand, the logic how you think what is 18, what is 20 right now is that what matters to me now, that is in 80%.
Yeah.
What really doesn't matter to me, not to the world, to me right now, not tomorrow, now, that actually is included in that 20%. Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How
That's
do you feel about it? That this is how I can identify.
mm, I didn't get the question.
Um, what do you think about that idea that this is how you split? You can't split anything else in your life by asking yourself a question: does it really matter to me now? And filter that 20%. Will that help?
Gosh, I don't I don't know. I guess it's very important because you you've said it the second time, and I still cannot understand this question. I guess it's like, I don't know. I'm really sorry. I will really try to
That's
focus on it.
fine. That's fine. It means you're going to the correct spot.
It's just like like 2 times in a row, my mind just goes blank, and I'm like, what did she
Your
just
mind says, what?
yeah. That's, yeah.
What I'm saying is, why did you decide, or how did you decide what is 100? Who is that boss? And what if we now forget about numbers, just take what it matters for me now, write it down, and coming out of the answer, understand what is 100% for me, not 80. So what really matters to me now, that is already that 100%. What doesn't really matter to me now is all the hustle around that 100%. Like, there is me. What really matters to me now, can I answer the question? Yeah, it's easy. Is that enough? Yeah. Will I feel fulfilled? Yeah. Does it make 100%? Yeah. What about the rest? It's hustle. What about that idea?
Okay, yes. Now I I managed to understand bits and pieces of it. It's so like let me just reiterate it once again.
Sure.
So what you're saying is that the 80-20% that I described earlier, you say that what if the 80% that I named actually is the 100% of what matters to me, and the other things, they're not even important, they're not even as important for me in order to like give them the 20%. So it's just the hustle. That's right? That's your idea. This is actually this is actually a new perspective for me. Like, I've never thought about it this way before.
What shifted? What shifted in this new perspective? What started mattering more in this second perspective, which I suggested?
Because it's kind of like when I say that I have to do, I don't know, more than 80%, right? I have to do this 20%, but then I end up hustling, and I end up not like I end up either exhausted, right? And just out of energy, completely out of energy, or but at the same time I don't even have to do it. And I think what shifted is that in the first scenario, right, I was kind of like, I don't know, a victim or whatever, like a person, an object, right? And someone is doing something to this object, and then I kind of have this 80-20 as a prerequisite that I have to do because someone else, I don't know, decided that I have to do it. But when I'm thinking that, what if actually this 80% that I call 80% actually is the 100% of what matters to me? In this case, I kind of am the one responsible for this, and I am not a victim anymore in this perspective.
Sounds like you feel more power and influence and control over your life, right?
Yeah, it just like, wow, I just never thought of it this way.
Hmm. Sounds like an insight.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Like, I'm so happy that we are recording it, that because I really want to like really watch it.
Watch it again.
Yeah, because like yeah, otherwise I would, I would be sitting here like jotting everything down in my notebook, because yeah, like it's crazy. Yeah, like because I'm just so used to be that, like a hamster in a hamster wheel all the time. And okay, like not all the time, when I get to
Yeah.
this, when I
Some
get
habits, some kind of habit of being victim, like I have to, yeah.
yeah, and yeah, yeah, and it's very empowering to just like realize that I don't have to be doing it in the first place. That's
Mhm. Mhm. What are you feeling now?
uh like,
Another second question.
yeah, like it's just it's crazy, I guess. It's just so I just don't have to do it. And like so I can decide.
Was it possible? Was I allowed? How I have lived my life before? Yeah, something like
Yeah, that's what it feels like. That's true. Like
it's like sadness of realizing and excitement of power. It's like kind of mixed, yeah.
I actually no, I don't feel any sadness actually about it. Like I don't feel any, I don't know, regret or of like not knowing it earlier or something. I don't feel it at all. It's more like it's just, I don't know, my mind is blown right now. Like just
Amazing.
yeah, I guess it's just kind of like seeing something that I couldn't see before that. I'm just yeah.
You know what I'm feeling? I'm feeling like you were rowing in a boat in some river stream, which was packed with some heavy, useless boxes. You were rowing, I should row faster. Then I will achieve my goal easier. But at some moment, you stopped. Like, why am I needing that 20% of useless heavy boxes? Let me just come out of the boat. And you just did it, and the boat itself started going faster. You don't even need to row, you are just in the float of the river in a light boat. It's like the picture that I'm seeing. Like, instead of doing the effort, you can just think, like, I don't need that. Bye.
Yeah, and this is absolutely mind blowing, and I really hope I'll be able to like kind of like anchor this feeling in my body right now, because it's I really want to, like, at times when I actually feel overwhelmed and I feel that I have so many things going on at the same time, I just really want to come back to this state of mind that I have right now, because just right now I have this feeling that, oh, I understand life. And I just, yeah, it's
Yeah, your wise Irina woke up. Yeah.
yes. Oh yeah.
How can you anchor it?
I don't know. I thought
I
I
would tell you.
yes, I wanted you to tell me.
Is that 20% now?
Uh um mm,
What could support you not to get out of this condition? Not how to come back, but not how to stay in it and how not to lose it after the end of the session. What is valuable in it?
the I think again it's the feeling of the, again, big picture, because in the big picture, right, on the grand scheme of all things, I don't like those 20%, they don't even matter. Like they don't even, it's nothing. So it's just literally a hustle, just a hustle for the sake of the hustle itself. And
Yeah.
it just feels like it's absolutely useless to do it. And I think that you said, how do I not get out of this state of mind? I think I will get out of this state of mind, because if we, you know, drop, if we just ditch the idea of perfectionism, that now I am a different human being and I will never feel the same again. Of course I will feel the same again.
It's a habit, yeah, because all your life you had one habit, and now we are starting a
Yeah.
new habit. So what could be your first little step to anchor it?
I think the that meditation that you took me through, yeah, um that meditation that I don't know, meditation routine that you took me through. I think this is something that can actually help me. The closing my eyes, the breathing for this 4 seconds, breathing in 4 seconds, breathing out, and
Listening, yeah, very important. Listening the sounds outside to feel connection with now. Yeah. So you hear sounds inside, breathing, and you hear the sounds outside. This is also very important. Connect with yourself and with the world. Yeah.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
Hmm. Is there anything that could stop you from doing that? Some old panicking, hustling habits? Like once Irina wants to stop and breathe, some another panic Irina, like, you are late. You have a lot of tasks in that 20%. Come on, breathing slowly. Is there any risk of that person waking up?
Uh, of course, yes. Again,
Uh-huh.
of course, yes, because it's just by force of habit. This person can
How can
yeah.
you calm this person down and convince that everything is all right? Don't worry, I'll be all right. How can you communicate to that panic person that
Panicking
it will say, okay, okay.
inside.
Yeah, that's all. It kind of worries for you. It wants your balance. That's panicking. But now you can calm it down. Say, thanks for your panic. I really appreciate it. But now I know this. And you should be confident. And then the panic say, oh, really? Oh, okay. Then I can have a day off.
It's funny, actually. Yeah, what you said about day off. I I think that I will have to literally go. I will have to take my inner panic monster through a similar routine, and I will need to ask myself some questions, and not ask myself some questions. I think I will have to explain pretty much the same things that you explained to me about um this 20% not actually even matter, like that it doesn't even matter, that it's I will have to just explain all those things all over again to myself, to this, panicking part of myself, so that I yeah so that mm, gosh, I just lost my train of thought.
It's okay. It's okay.
uh
You will just double check with yourself what really matters and what is that 20%. Just check with yourself, and that will help.
I think this I think this, for starters, I definitely can do this. I can really reiterate and just again recall that every single time I try to do everything, I try to put my 100% self into something. The 100%, with the hustling and so on and so forth. I also end up thinking that it's not enough. So it's kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy, in a way, that if I think that like if I think that I have to do more, I will end up doing more, but then it won't be enough, even though I will have done even more.
Mm-hmm. Sounds tangled.
Yeah, I just, it's just okay if I try to put it in a simple way, which I think I really need, because it's
Mhm.
always easier to complicate and harder to simplify. So when I try to do everything, 10 out of 10, 100%, everything, I feel unhappy.
Mhm.
I feel this pain when I try to do it. But when I do the but when I don't even ask myself to do this 100%, be perfect, be amazing, be one of a kind, this is when I actually feel in the moment, and this is exactly when I feel happy.
Mm.
It's kind of
Mm.
create a race for myself, and then I lose the race against some kind of perfect image
It's like
of.
different values. It's like even the scale that you call 100%, it has a name. Yeah, scale of, I don't know, weight, scale of love, scale of something. Yeah. So it sounds like when you name that scale while you're going to the goals, I would call it, I have to do for the goal. I would call it that way. And no matter what you feel, the goal matters more. That's why you have to get there. That's why it's all this 20% hustles comes. So I think you name that scale by the word I have to for the goal. While what we were experiencing during the session, it's another name of the scale. This matters to me for happiness. Like the initial goal for what you are doing all the stuff is for happiness. That's why it's easier to focus on what matters. And your other goals will happen automatically on that scale. You cannot miss them. But you see the big difference in focus. I have to for the goal, which is far, and what matters to me now for happiness, it's closer, it's easier to control.
Yeah, that's true.
What about if you just picture it every time you are lost? Like, am I on that scale for goal? Or am I on this scale for happiness and what matters? Oh, I'm here, everything is okay. Like,
Actually, I would change the name of your scale a little bit, because I also feel happy, and I feel happy and I achieve the goal, and I feel happy about achieving it, and I feel happy about this, um the way I feel, so in the process, and also the end goal as well. However,
mhm.
I would call that kind of scale the hustling scale, the, again,
Okay.
for the sake of hustling, for the sake of hustling kind of scale, because I
Mm.
don't even end up enjoying the goal when I reach it, because I feel
Right.
unhappy. So I think that every single time when I end up, by force of habit feeling this way, I think I will just remind myself that I actually want to feel fulfillment. I want emotional fulfillment. I want, happiness in my life. I want to achieve the goal, not, like by crawling to it and suffering and feeling bad, like a freaking, I don't know, Andy from the Shawshank Redemption. You remember how he ended up, yeah, like going through that, oh gosh, like a pipe with lots of crap and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't have to do it this way, because there is no, like, happiness or no end goal the way it was for Andy. It's just the
Yeah.
I don't know, crawling in that pipe for the sake of scrolling for the sake of feeling bad.
Yeah.
Gosh. And without the end goal for Andy. Andy had it. I don't. I just feel exhausted at the end of it all. So, oh my God, I really like this metaphor actually, because I think it's just perfect for hustling because it's so,
Mm.
dirty and so
Yeah.
it's
You're
not,
like it.
yeah, like yeeks. Like it's so disgusting that it's just
Mm.
I think it really is something that'll work for me. And when I
Great.
actually, when I stop and when I actually ground myself and when I actually ask myself the question of, okay, how are you feeling right now? Are you feeling the emotional fulfillment? Are you feeling happy? Are you feeling exhausted? Is it a like is it a how do I say it? Is it are you feeling in general, or is it just, I don't know, something that you feel you're tired, let's say after doing something for half an hour or for an hour? And if it's just for an hour, it's okay. But
Mhm.
if it's,
Yeah, start observing yourself, your body more attentively, and it helps you to make the right decision.
yeah.
Mm. What was today the most precious for you to understand during the session?
mm, to understand, I really well, okay, the first thing that really popped up in my mind was that disgusting metaphor for hustling that I came up with, to be honest, because this is definitely
Yeah,
something that is staying with me. I really didn't want to say it first, but my mind went just
it's
blank.
great. Metaphors are very powerful when you invent them yourself. Yeah, very powerful.
Yeah, and and also the breathing exercises. That's the second thing. It's
Mm-hmm.
very
Mm-hmm.
powerful. It was really, really powerful for me. The third, I don't have the third. I have these
Yeah.
two most important ones for now.
So these two answers, can they be that 80%? You said in the
Oh,
third, I don't
yes.
have the third. You felt quite easy now.
Yeah.
You said, gosh, I need to make a third one.
Actually, I just came up with one. You just reminded me that it's the feeling that my 80%, something that, I sometimes call the 80%, it actually, in fact, can be my 100% of the things that actually matter. So that's the third one. That's the third one.
Yeah, you know, right now you practiced it, you felt it.
Yes.
Perfect. That's great. Okay. Okay. So have we achieved what you were looking for at the beginning of the conversation?
Uh,
Can we close the session on that note?
yeah, I think we have. Well, I think that it really has made an impact on me. So Mariana, thank you so much. Like this was
You're
just
welcome.
you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. God bless you, and I wish you a very good, relaxed week with your own.
Thank you.
Yeah, keep in mind that tube with the dirt, always remembering where you are, breathing. Yeah, yeah, all the best to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, then bye bye. I think we can stop recording.